y'all. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. How y'all feeling? Happy Power Monday. All up in your area. Sorry, I'm trying to get fixed up over here. Trying to get fixed up over here. You know what I mean? I ain't want no more delays. Everything good? How y'all feeling? I hope everybody's all right. Let me take off this hardware. Tonight on the Daily Go Get 'Em Ism Show, we are talking about the super long engagement. Is it just a placeholder? The super long engagement. Is it just a placeholder? Listen, man, you like it, I love it. People are getting engaged to get married all the time. Some people have something to say about it. Some people feel some kind of way about it, whatever. But I really think that that's the choice of the two people involved. But there can be a whole lot of static, a whole lot of dynamics, some thoughts and feelings that go into it, because even though it's just the two people getting married, a lot of times they may be blending families and they may be joining families. Like the in-laws, that's the joining part. Blending families, that's when one or both of the people getting married already have children, and they're going to have to coexist with each other, and it's not always a Brady Bunch situation. But what we're talking about tonight is the super long engagement. Like, you've already popped the question, exchanged the ring, and all of that, gave the ring, I should say. And now you are waiting to actually get married. How long should it take? Take for some people who have engaged in this, no pun intended. Some have really just used the engagement to just lock a person down and put on a little bit of a show at some parts. For some people, there's some time doing some things, but we're going to talk about it, be about it. Talk about it, be about it. Talk about it, be about it. Are you ready? Yeah. Hit the like button, dog. Power Monday, baby. Are y'all ready to go? I said, are y'all ready to go? I said, yo, prove and show. I said, DG show with Sonny. Oh, yo, they one and the same. Yo, to get engaged, play no games. Are you really just trying to lock it down? Will you always be around? Are you ready to get serious? Yo, it's not mysterious. You should know exactly what you want. And if you're going to get engaged, don't front. So we here to have this talk. It's Power Monday. Let's take this walk. You may look like it's Tuesday, but we here today. Let's get it popping, y'all. Are y'all ready? Let's get it popping. Let's do this. Let me do this. Let me get my hardware out of the way. Let's have this conversation, because this is a conversation that needs to be had, and we're gonna have it. So, yo, Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this your daily. It's the Daily Go Get Mism Show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it whiz? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off left lane, no coasting, and everything is going to be all right. We talking about, is engagement a placeholder tonight? Is the engagement a placeholder tonight? First of all, is the audio okay? Because I know that I think it was yesterday or the day before, either Sunday or Saturday, we were having some problems. We had a little bit of static. Literally, and I want to know, is the audio okay? Are we coming through loud and clear? Are we good? Let me say what's up to my peoples. Let me see. T. Carey Wright, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. Marissa Allberg, yo, what's going on? What's up, you heard? And Mia Cunningham, what's good? How you feeling, ma? Turbo 2.0? Oh, you subscribed? Hold on. Ring the alarm. Another soul is dying. Oh, appreciate it. Mucho. And I Heart Oakland. Yo, what up, my dude? How you feeling, my G? What's good, y'all? How about them Raiders? All right, the audio is good. We good. All right, y'all. So we talking about being engaged. We talking about holy matrimony. We talking about when two people get together and they decide that they want to solidify their relationship and their commitment to each other. So they say, listen, we are going to get married. It's going to be me and you. We're going to walk down the aisle, stand at the altar. We're going to exchange vows. Well, okay. Sometimes before all of that happens, people get engaged, and that engagement can last from anywhere from a few months for years until years and years and years, seemingly with no end in sight. Like that engagement to be married just turned into a long ass engagement. There have been times when it never materialized into an actual marriage. There have been times when that happened. Yes, there have. Yes. So let's talk about it tonight. As y'all see, we have the poll question up. Got a poll question up. Once that gets rolling a little bit more, we'll address that and see what's on the minds and hearts of our constituents. We constituents, y'all. We constituenting tonight. So yeah. A long engagement is a placeholder. And I have to ask that question because I've heard people complain about other people getting engaged and no wedding date ever gets set. And, it just seems like a brother stringing a sister along. And I'm wondering, is it always the man that calls for the engagement and drags his feet on it? Oh, look at this. Bankhead is in the house. Bankhead. Bankhead is in the house. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Get Mism Show. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Let me make sure that I keep this mic out of the way of these beads and bones, baby. So I'm gonna push it this way. Yeah, that should keep it all the way out of the way. All the way. All right. Yo, Bankhead, you're about to go. You're about to go bye-bye. You spam too much. You spam too much. Stop writing that shit, or I'm gonna have to zap you. I'm gonna have to get you out of here like Raid does a roach. Okay. All righty. You no give a fuck? I don't give a fuck. You go bye-bye. You go bye-bye. I'm saying bye-bye. Don't go. I'm saying bye-bye. I'm saying bye-bye. It's all good. Oakley, you keep fucking around. I'm gonna do you too. You since you entertaining that bullshit. You know what I mean? Everybody out. That's how it turns out. You know what I mean? I ain't got no problem with it. Everybody gotta go. Everybody gotta go. Everybody gotta go. Turbo 2.0 says, my mom got married on July 1st. What year? Last year? 2024? Is that so? Is that the truth? Is that what's up? If so, congratulations to your mom. Only me was good. Was good. Okay, all right. All right. So the long engagement. Is it always the man that calls for the engagement and seems to drag his feet in it? You know what I mean? Now, I don't know who y'all know, but maybe y'all know somebody who has, maybe y'all know two people engaged. They've been fiance and fiance. They've been fianceing for years and years. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year. Like, well, what's up with the long engagement? Now, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. A lot of times I've seen a situation where a couple has been engaged for a long time, and one of the reasons that they were engaged for a long time is because one of them was still married. So they couldn't follow through. And for whatever reason, they couldn't end the marriage that they were in. Maybe they were Catholic. You know what I mean? They was waiting for permission from the Pope to be able to go ahead and go through with the divorce. That may sound ridiculous to some, and it may sound like real life to others. But yeah, I have known people who got engaged, but they couldn't be married, even though they lived with each other. They may have actually had children with each other, been sharing financial responsibilities, committing to each other, totally exclusive with each other for years, but they couldn't actually tie the knot officially because they were both married, or one of them were married to somebody else. And that might not have been something that they shared with anybody else. One thing about a man and a woman who are close to each other, a lot of times they know things about each other that they don't always let on to the general public. And sometimes they feel like it's not anybody else's business. This is our thing, this thing of ours. This thing of ours. Only one says, you seem like a real high level, powerful master type in this world. Am I right? No. No. I would love to be able to describe myself as that, but no. I'm just a middle-aged black man. Maybe I'm a little above middle-aged. I'm 54 years old. Just a middle-aged black man that was raised in a decent family that tries to do the best that I can. That's it. That's it. Went to school, went to work. You know how it go. You know how it go. So Marissa Alberg says they are keeping each other stuck for selfish reasons. Oh, is that how you feel? Okay. They are keeping each other stuck for selfish reasons. Well, it's hard for me to look at that as keeping each other stuck because I'm like, well, y'all together, right? If y'all got married, y'all would be together, right? I don't know. For me, I'm like, as long as y'all are together and y'all are actively committed to each other, I don't see the problem. But I understand the concerns of somebody else who wants to have something official. I get it. I do. Because I've seen the other side of it too. Where two people were acting as man and wife and they never got married, and then one of them died, and the other one couldn't handle their personal affairs, not even the funeral arrangements. You know why? Because they wasn't married. I get that. Let me see. Only me says you. Okay, wait. Turbo says, if this world was mine, you go in. wait. You go in. I'll do it real slow, baby. You are a star. Isn't that a song? If this world were mine. But that's not the lyrics. I'm thinking that's not the lyrics. All right. Only one says, wow, I missed it. You missed what? What'd you miss? All right. Mia says, what's between a woman and a man between them? Everything isn't for everyone. Oh, okay. Wait. What's between a man and a woman is between them. Everything ain't for everyone. And Only Me says, you seem incredibly intelligent and age beyond years of your birth. All right, man, cool. Marissa says, one of them not too sure. You mean one of them is not really sure if they want to get married, and that's why they just bullshitting. But is there anything wrong with not being 100% sure? Turbo 2.0 says, I'm 3 years. I don't know what that means. I'm 3 years what? All right, Cheryl Halsey. My girl Cheryl Halsey, how you feeling, man? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the donation. Appreciate you. You already know. This is the same Turbo. I'm like 4. Like, damn. I don't know. Attention seeking. I ain't even mad at it. Son. You know what I mean? It's all good. It's all love. It's all what? So the super long engagement is a long engagement, a placement holder. By show of hands, since we have women in the chat, we have men in the chat. And of course, I can't see your hands, but if you would be so kind as to indicate in the chat, have you ever been engaged or married? Let's do it a little better. How many can you put down whether you've been engaged and how many times you've been engaged? How many times you've been engaged, even if it was to the same person, because I have heard of this. I've heard of being engaged to the same person twice. You broke off the engagement, got engaged again. Yeah, I mean, same ring, different day, maybe a different ring, maybe. Oakland says, no, never in a million years. Wow, that's a long time. Turbo says, yeah, they sometimes come in multiple or 6 or 7 or 8 in my family. Okay. Mia says, I've been engaged, been asked 3 times. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So if you've ever been engaged For the people that have been engaged, for the ones who answered and the ones who didn't, if you have ever been engaged, did you was it to somebody who you wanted to be engaged to? Because I've known stories of, I've known dudes, you know, having, meet a girl, really felt like he was falling in love with her, wanted to lock it down with the quickness. You may have asked her to get asked them to marry him within a couple of weeks, few weeks, a month, shit like that. And I ain't gonna front, man. Social media tell you to go for yours. Let social media tell it. A man knows exactly what he wants in a wife like that. It don't take no man those years to know if he want to marry you. That's what the internet says. That's what the internet says. Let me see. Cheryl Halsey says yes, married one time. So let me be. So Cheryl, you've been married one time and you've only been proposed to one time? Because, like, all right, well, my mom, before she married my dad, this other dude had proposed to her like, yo, what's up? And she wanted to marry my dad. She didn't want to marry the other boy. So she kind of had another deal on the table. So, my pop had to step up to the plate or let this ship sail away and let him tell it. He was like, nah, I can't let this one go. I can't let this one go. Let me go ahead and do what I got to do. At the same time, well, it's another story for another day. Bottom line is, that's how they came to be married. It could have went a totally different way. It could have gone a totally different way. There's a good chance I wouldn't have been here if either one of them was a little bit too resistant or too persistent. Could have happened. Mia says, I heart Oakland. I said yes to one of the others. Wait. I said yes to one, and the others I said no. I broke off the engagement to the one I said yes to. Okay. All right. Well, damn. Oh my God, this shit is getting funny. Google rewrites history. I can't even get a fat girl to come to dinner. Now come now. If you can't get a fat girl to do nothing, they will go eat. And the fat girls I know will show you a real good time after a good meal. You might become the meal. Don't worry about overfeeding. Don't worry about it. We got 13 votes on the poll. 13 votes on the poll already. All right. Interesting vote so far. So what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear that somebody has been engaged for more than 2 years, 2, 3, 4 years? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? Do you feel like they may never get married? Do you know them enough to make that determination? Do you know if the likelihood is that they are going to get married or not based on how well you know them? Something to take into consideration. It's something to take into consideration. But what comes to your mind when you hear about somebody being engaged for a long time? What time is it where I live? I live on the East Coast, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That's where I live at. So wherever you are, you can pretty much figure it out. Google says, not my business, might be financial. Splunky iron lung. Oh my God, y'all fentanyl and y'all fentanyl in Seattle. What's all this shit about fentanyl tonight? You know, I've never known anybody that was on fentanyl actually cop out and say that they were on fentanyl. I think only people who don't take fentanyl talk about fentanyl. Be careful. It's easy to make a fatal mistake with fentanyl. Please be careful with the fentanyl. Wow, you said, who's your barber? I like your hair. I guess that's the hair on my face. I hope that's, unless you can see something that I don't see. Oh, okay. No, you just shit a lot when you take. I don't know what take means. I mean, you just gotta. If you're gonna troll, you gotta kind of spell things right. Oh, you just shit a lot when you take it. Oh, you talking about the fentanyl. Oh, Marissa says one of them playing around. That's the first thing that comes to your mind. One of them playing around. Most of the time, you know the person is for you or not from the get-go. Okay. Jeff Sprayberry. Jeff, I thought you said you would never come back to this channel again. I remember you. I remember when you said it. You said it. I'm glad you had to change your heart. All right. Splunky says, "Sorry, sir. I'm only into women. I'm not GA7. Oh, you mean you're not gay? Good. I don't think anybody in here is gay. Not that I know of. If they are, you can be gay that way. But I mean, this is not a dating show anyway. All right. Let me see. Jeff said, I figured I'd give you another chance. I'm not that kind of guy. Y'all killing me tonight. Mia says, hold on. Mia says, I know a couple that was engaged for 2 years and they were trying to put together the wedding they wanted until they said it went to the courthouse. Wait a minute. Until they said, they said F it and went to the courthouse. They said it was the best decision. Weddings cost a lot of money with the catering. The catering. Renting the venue. Wedding planners. All of these cats are professionals. They make a lot of money. Photographers, all of that shit. It's easy to blow anywhere from 20,000 to 40 grand or more on a wedding. And then you want gifts, monetary gifts. You know what I mean? How many toasters what do you call them? Air fryers. How many toasters and air fryers can a person get? But you spend all that money. And I'm thinking, like, why would a new couple go into the marriage in debt, deeply in debt? Hey, man, but to each his own. To each his own. For some people, the wedding is a ceremony and a celebration of the two of them together. And maybe the bride has always dreamt of this moment in her life and all of that. And hey, you like it, I love it. I still think it's a safer bet to just go ahead and get the marriage over with, even if you want to have a wedding later on. The most important thing I'm thinking is that y'all together. But when you are engaged, you're supposed to also be together. Now there are more than one way to be engaged. You can be engaged and two of y'all are living in separate houses, and there's the being engaged where y'all already have been playing house. Y'all damn near married anyway. Both of your names are on leases or on deeds and shit, and y'all rocking out together. You pay my Netflix, I pay your Hulu. Deal? You pay for my Stars, I pay for your Showtime. Huh? You pay for my Max, I'll pay for your. What you want? What you want? Wow, I want. Here's what I want, y'all. Please hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. So why hire a photographer when you could just take pictures on your phone? Yeah, good luck with that. All right. So the poll question is up, and we got 15 votes. We can start talking about it now. How soon after an engagement should it take to officially tie the knot? 40% says 6 months to a year. 13% says 1 year. 0% says 2 years. But the majority of people agree that when the two of you are ready, when you two are ready, so there is no time limits. The majority of y'all believe that when the two parties involved are ready to go, then that's when it should go down. Maybe not a minute before. I'm a little surprised. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little surprised, but that's a good look. That's a good look. So, hold on a second. Okay. All right. Just looking over a couple of things. Just looking over. I ain't don't mind me. I'm looking over a couple of things. I'm looking over a couple. But yeah. So the majority of people agree that when the two people are ready, then they should do it. So I guess that means anywhere between, I don't know, when y'all just met and I don't know, 10 years? Well, let me ask y'all this question. Do you think, since there are a lot of people who are doing the whirlwind romance, what up, Buttercup? What up, Dimples D's? What's good? What's good? Since a lot of people are doing the whirlwind romance thing, love at first sight thing and all of that, do you think, and please think about this before y'all answer. Don't just jump out the window on this. Do you think it's possible for two people to fully be ready to commit to each other for life? Hold on just a second. Hold on. Oh, damn. I answer call and they go bye-bye. I answer call, they go bye-bye. I don't know what happened. Do you think it's possible for two people to have only known each other for a short time? What up, Wes? To have only known each other for a short time. Let's say two people, a man and a woman, met each other and got it popping maybe a month in, and they ready to go ahead and do it. Do you think that it's possible that both of them are actually ready? Do you think it's possible that two people can be genuinely, actually, really ready to commit to each other in marriage after knowing each other for a short time, such as a month? Now, I can see one person feeling like they were 100% sure, even if they really aren't. But do you think it's possible for both people to be that much on the same page? Oakland says, hell no. No. Okay. Mia says, hell no, but it happens. Jeff says, I think it's rare. My mother and my stepfather were married for 40 years and acted the same way together that they did when they first met. It was incredible. That's what I'm holding out for. But how do you know? Were you there when they met each other? I mean, 40 years. Of course, you could be alive. I was definitely alive 40 years ago. I was alive 50 years ago. So, Dimples D says, anything is possible. Not ready. I'm not really ready for anything is possible. Like, do you think that they could actually be sure? Because, I mean, I know what it's like to think that you're sure about something and to really not be. Here's the thing. There's a difference between knowing what you want and knowing what you like. Sometimes they match up the same. Okay, Jeff, you were 9. Okay, I got you. Okay, cool. There's a difference between knowing what you like and knowing what you want. Sometimes you feel like, plenty of times you feel like, well, what I like and what I want is the same thing. The thing is, what you like may last a long time. Well, a whole hell of a long time longer than what you want. There are things that we want when we're 10. There are things that we want when we're 20. There are things we want when we're 30. But normally the things that we like stay pretty consistent. 10, 20, 30, 40, you know? So you may like a person that you don't know very well because y'all are speed dating. Y'all are condensing things. You are concentrating what you do know about each other into a space that you're both comfortable with, and y'all rocking out that way. I ain't mad at it. But is it real? Is it real? Do you really know what you may know what you want now, but what you want now, will that still be what you want 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line? Now, there are some people who would say, well, they'll answer the question like Donald Trump been answering questions lately. Anything is possible. I don't know if any of us are going to be here tomorrow. I don't know will there be a recession? Is there going to be a recession? I mean, I don't think so, but anything is possible. I don't know. No. Why are you asking me these hard questions? You know what I mean? Tariffs, baby, tariffs. But anyway. I'm sure plenty of us thought we knew what we wanted out of life when we were 20 years old. And some of us have lived another 20 years after that. And you realize how different the changes that took place with your body, with your mind, with your soul, with your desires, with what you think is important or was important versus today. Everything can change. It can all change. It can change on a dime. So when it comes to a person, see, most of the things that we like in this world have a way of staying the same. But the people that we like in this world are going to always go through changes because they're learning, they're growing, they're experiencing things. They're going through little physical and mental and emotional metamorphoses. Metamorphosize. But anyway, no. So what you wanted in a person can easily change, especially when you don't know a person. I don't know. The whole engagement thing, I think that if you really want to lock a person down, and please don't let the language of that discourage you, because it doesn't have to mean, it don't have to mean that your jealousy is keeping everybody else away while you just play around. I'm not saying it that way. Not that it hasn't ever happened that way, because it has for plenty of people. But what I'm saying is, I don't think that is unreasonable to meet somebody and see that what they're showing you is really good stuff. Maybe they make you feel like you've never been like you've never felt before with anybody else, especially within that amount of time. And you ready to make a move. Like if this is this good this soon, imagine how much better it will be once we get used to each other. And that's a little bit of a mature way of thinking, because it doesn't, how they say some things get better with time. Well, that doesn't always apply to people. My people. Doesn't always work that way. It can. It absolutely can. But it doesn't always work that way. Okay. Jeff says a lot of people will play the role until they get what they want, and then find out that that's not what they wanted at all. And that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It happens all the time. You may really feel like you know exactly what you want in real time, because maybe somebody is showing you something real dope in real time. Make sure we good here. All right, we straight. If y'all want to call into the show, I invite you to call in. The number to call is area code 267-874-1949. That's the number to call. I said 267-874-1949. Yes, y'all. I said a 267-874-1949. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 267-874-1949. Yeah, get your shine, baby. And it's time to. I'm wondering what's going on with that. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call them back.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 510.
Okay, wait. Try it again. Let's try again.
Your call has been forwarded.
I was going straight to voicemail. I don't know. The number is trying to call in. But the call keeps dropping, and I don't know why. Hopefully, it's not something on my end. But when I call back, and all right. Okay. Marissa Alberg says sometimes they fall in love with what the person represents for them at the at that particular moment. That's nothing but wisdom. You talking? That ain't nothing but wisdom. That's wisdom. It is. That's wisdom. You out, Oakland? All right, man. Have a good night. That's what's up. Dimple says ultimately the success of any engagement depends on various factors, including individual maturity, communication, shared values, and the willingness to work through challenges. Is that what what an engagement has to work through? Because that sounds like a relationship or a marriage. Is that what an engagement is all about? But honestly, I thought an engagement was just a buffer between being boyfriend and girlfriend and being married. It's just that little time in between before you cross over into the big leagues. So, in a baseball analogy, engagement would be like triple A. Triple A, the minor leagues, the farm system. All my baseball people know what I'm talking about. That would be the farm system. So you get called up. You get called up if they need you. It's like we need a relief pitcher, and we need a shortstop. Both one of our relief pitchers are on IR, that's injured reserve, and so is our shortstop. So call up somebody from AAA. That would be the Reading Phillies. Call up such and such from the Reading Phillies. He's going to be our starting pitcher or our relief pitcher, whatever. Buttercup says, I hope everyone's dream of a successful relationship comes true. It's easy to get married. Staying married is the rough journey. That's facts. Seika Sala is in the house. My man. My mellow. He said, I had a homeboy that was engaged with 2 women just so he could keep it going. Obviously, they didn't know about each other. He never married none of them, though. Shaking my head. And this is the kind of shit that has people being mad skeptical and making people say, hurry up. Don't just ask me to marry me. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Yeah, shit like that. That's people messing up the game for real, for real. But let me ask you this, though. Let me ask you this, Sekasala. Do you think in his heart of hearts, he really did want to marry one of them or both of them? Do you think because it doesn't sound to me like he had to be engaged to him in order to keep him. Do you think that perhaps in his mind or in his heart of hearts, he really had intentions of marrying at least one of them? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a wife by his... Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a wifey by his toe. If she holler, let him go. I'ma marry the other one, ho. Doggy, doggy, diamond, step right out. If you don't, I'll kick you out. Mia says, that's disgusting. Why would you play with someone like that? Sounds like he played with someone's like that. But the real problem is that my man Seika Sala knew what his moves were. Why Why would anybody besides the women that he proposed to? Did he buy them both a ring by any chance? Did he buy both of them a ring? Oh, he told me he really loved one, but the other one was more established. Oh. Oh. Mm. Mm. One of them you have a good mental and a spiritual connection with, plus maybe the is all that. But the other one, smart, got own shit, don't brag about having her own shit. Like she got hers, he ain't gonna be having to deal with, oh, my electric bill due, and my gas bill due too. Yo, somebody come through, I need a 5-star meal too. She can handle all that. Swinging ball bats. I gotta be with that. Live in the big house I sat. Living life on the throne. Dealing with shorty got her own. She be looking out for the cookout. Yeah, that's what that's about. Yeah. Hit the like button, y'all. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. Power Monday all up in your area. Power Monday all up in your area. I know it's close. It's 2 o'clock. Technically, 2 o'clock where we are. But this is the Monday show. Power Monday. Hit the like button. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Let's go. We are talking about, is a long engagement just a placeholder? Here's the thing. And this is what I'm thinking. Please excuse me if I'm off base, and I am available to be corrected. But if you're dealing with a woman that you think that you have to propose to keep her from going to go find another man, you might as well save your money. Save that ring money, son, because that ain't going to stop her from shopping. If you don't have what she want at the store, she going to go shopping somewhere else. She might be a secret Santa or a secret shopper. She ain't going to tell you where she's shopping at, but you can best believe she not just going to settle for the product that you are selling. So in that regard, I don't see how that can be a placeholder. Same thing as if you're dealing with a cheating woman or cheating man for that matter. Like being engaged ain't going to make nobody be faithful. Speaking of being faithful, man, I wrote a post on Facebook the other day. And I said, marriage shouldn't be practice for you to be faithful. Hold on, let me pull it up. It shouldn't be a challenge. It shouldn't be a challenge for yourself to be faithful. Let me get it all the way together. Let me get it together. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay. Marriage shouldn't be a challenge to your fidelity. What kind of fool gets married so they can try to be faithful? And the truth of the matter is, and the answer is, a lot of cats. Marriage shouldn't be a challenge to your fidelity. So if you feel like you got to get married in order to calm you down or slow you down, don't do it. If you cheat in your relationship, you're going to cheat in your marriage. You're not just going all that, once I got married, I decided to respect my man. No, you didn't, nigga. You just went underground. Nobody becomes faithful just because they got married. They become a cheating ass spouse. And this is what I know. Buttercup says, Mia, a man will move. Oh, you mean will more than likely hurt you? It's a needle in a haystack for a man who has shown you what you never had before come through. Was that supposed to rhyme? It's a needle in a haystack and for a man who has shown you what you never had before come through. I don't know. Idiotic Genius was good. Well, son, I'll stand by the statement that marriage is the leading cause of divorce. I don't know nobody who got divorced. I'm about to tell a lie. Yes, I am. I do know people who got divorced and was never married. Yes, I do. They was never legally married, took their whole name back. I'm like, well, did you have to get legally divorced or legally separated if you was never legally married? Well, the truth of the matter is they was putting up a front, putting up a facade for their friends and family. So they had people thinking that they was really married, but they wasn't. They was never married. So when they separated from each other, they faked the divorce too. I'm like, that's a whole lot of bullshit. So let me get this straight. You fake married a nigga, took his last name, changed it to yours legally. Then when y'all broke up, you changed your name back to your maiden name. And claimed that y'all divorced. Well, I guess that was a lot cheaper. A fake marriage is a lot cheaper than an actual marriage, and a fake divorce is a lot cheaper than a real one. No lawyers needed here. We good. All out of pocket expenses. Dimples D's says unspoken expectations, resentment, and the potential for hurt feelings can arise if communication is lacking or if boundaries are not clearly defined. Okay. Mia says, who you date is who you marry. Just personified. Seika says, I always tell younger dudes that you need to live with each other first before you even think of an engagement or a baby. Mm. Now, you know, some people would disagree with that. I actually do agree with it, but I also see the other side too. I wouldn't say it was mandatory. Some people are very old school. They're like, nah, I'm not living with nobody until marriage. Man, like, I don't know, man. You might want to give that a test run, or at least stay at each other's crib for a decent amount of time. Even if y'all not living with each other, y'all should know how each other lives and what those expectations are going to be, what those living conditions are going to be like. What if you got married? No, wait. What if you got engaged? Just a hypothetical. What if you got engaged to somebody? You met each other. Y'all started really digging each other. So y'all decided to get engaged, but y'all weren't going to get married very soon. Maybe a year, maybe 2 years, whenever y'all really felt like y'all were totally on the same page, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, whatever other thing, Lee. So y'all was going to definitely be committed to each other, but y'all was going to be engaged, but not make the move too soon. What if you find out during the engagement that this ain't a good idea? Maybe she has something going on. Maybe he has something going on that is totally unacceptable to you. Maybe it's something that makes you think to yourself like, oh, hell no. Like maybe when you first met her, she was neat. But as time went on, you saw that she wasn't really neat. She cleaned up because I was coming over. The longer I was over, the more things didn't get cleaned. Now it's dirty than a motherfucker up in there. Dirty ass crib. Got the nerve. Got this dirty ass crib, and you got the nerve to have an alarm system. What are you trying to keep intruders out? Or you trying to keep the good people in? Which one is it going to be? What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay. Idiotic Genius says, I dated a woman for 3 years. I got sick and she finds out that she's a oh, well, and she finds out she's not a beneficiary in my trust fund. She left me 3 days ago. What? What? What are we doing? That's fucked up. Buttercup says, in other words, as women, we go through a lot. Where is that one man or woman for the men who will show you and treat you in ways you have never been treated before? Where they at though? I don't know. That's for them to be out there and for you to find. Yeah, that's. I'm sorry that happened to you, Sickers. Yo, I mean, Idiotic Genius. That shit is crazy. That shit cray. That shit mad cray. Buttercup says, at some point the universe will send you that right person. Everyone else is everyone else is who failed. Everyone else who failed. Wait a minute. Oh, everyone else who's failed you are just lessons. Trust the process. Okay. Idiotic Genius says, I gave her everything and more than she would have, and she would have been taken care of after I'm gone, but she wanted everything, even my grandkids' college money. All I said was no, and she cut the hell out. Nasty work. Nasty work. Mia says, I think you have to know what your deal breakers are. Some superficial things can be worked on and worked out. Both parties have to be willing to work on what they've built and are building. Okay. Okay. All right. I mean, y'all talking heavy. Y'all talking real heavy. This heavy. This got weight. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Let me see. Idiotic Genius says, Buttercup, I've got 2 months to give or take. So my shifting. Wait. Buttercup, I've got 2 months to give or take. So my sifting and finding days are over. My family is taken care of for the next 4 generations. So I can go happy knowing that. Crazy. Seer of lies, giver of mutiny, tribal beads on a wannabe tribesman. Oh, God. A wannabe tribesman? Now, out of all the things that people who troll have said about me on this show, and he comes up with the most original. Beads on a wannabe tribesman. Tribal beads on a wannabe tribesman. Damn. That's heavy. I have to clutch my cow bones to that. Make it clap. Make it clap. Man, anything can happen in this world. Anything can happen in this world. So when we talk about being a placeholder, what is being a placeholder? You know, I mean, because it's an easy thing. It's an easy thing to just throw out there. But what is it? What is a placeholder? You know, what's the motivation? What's the motivation of the long engagement? Locking somebody down? Keeping them around no matter what? Dangling a carrot in front of the mule to make them walk? What y'all got for me? What you got? What you got? Excuse me, y'all. Allergies want to kick in. Yeah, definitely keep your head up. Keep your head up, idiotic genius. You know, God in the universe has a way of making things work out the way they're supposed to work out. Mia says, a placeholder is someone that is someone that you aren't serious with. You just breadcrumb them. But for what? Like, what's the point? Like, what are you getting out of that? And please pardon me, because I always think that there's a motivation for something. Like, so what are they getting out of it? Like, all right, so I got you strung along thinking that I'm gonna marry you one day. What's in it for me? I mean, real shit. What's in it? What am I dragging my feet for? What do I have you thinking that we're going to get married for, even if it's nowhere in my short-term plans? Buttercup says, it was revealed to me tonight what zodiac sign I would marry. Some things in life come full circle. I guess. I'm listening, universe. I am listening. Okay, cool. Mia says, you want something else. Wait a minute. You want something or something else, someone or something else. So you string a person along. I'm still not getting it, because you want something or something else, right? So why are you? I mean, because you don't have to get engaged to do that, right? Mia says, you aren't thinking of the other person. You're just out for self. How the other person feels is irrelevant. I don't see what you're getting, though. That's the only thing. That's what's confusing me. I don't see what the person who is doing the placeholding is getting. Or should I say the one who's applying the placeholder? Like, what are you getting? Stringing someone along just to have that sidekick, but don't really care about their true feelings. Hell, I don't know. I've never done that. Yeah, I don't know. It just puts more questions in my head. Excuse me, y'all. Please, 1,000 pardons, 1,000 pardons. All right, we got 24 votes on the poll. How soon after an engagement should it take to officially tie the knot? 30, what is that, 38? 38% says 6 months to a year. I could just put the glass on, right? 6 months to a year. Okay. 12% says 1 year. 8%, which means one person, says 2 years. And 42%, the overwhelming majority, say when you two are ready. Don't tell me no months. Don't tell me no year. Yo, we gonna do it when we get clear. I need to make this clear to you. I really love you. You know how it's true and how we do. I'm going to be strung along, long as I'm long for the ride. We going to get inside. Pride is never going to make me let go the strings. You and me about that life. We do the thing. King and queen. Yeah, I'm the king. You're the queen. The shit is real. Royalty. You know what I mean? And I'ma spin the block, rock you out just like a baby in the cradle. And tell no lies and fables. It's fatal. If anybody tried to take you away, even the God can't do that. Please, not today. And I'm on my knees praying for your salvation. And I want you to myself. Yo, the rest of the nation can't see you like I do. I know where every crevice and inch is going on inside you. and I'ma make sure that I'm representing, and I'ma bend this corner. Yo, I'ma wanna. Yo, anybody wants to come around, you gotta understand breaking pound. Yo, I'm down just like a submarine for my queen. And the scene is tough and it's kind of blurry for those who can't get enough. I cuffed her. It wasn't even cuffing season. I don't need no place to stay. Got my own way. I got my own pay. Yo, I make my own day, but she makes my day shine bright. Get right. And my game tight. Yo, get my name right and get hers too. She got my last name. Do you? No, you won't. And I don't think you ever will, because I picked her like the tree of life is still. Skill is something that you gotta improve on. Yeah, it ain't going right here. Move on. Show improve on. All you're really doing is showing nothing but a show off. Lights getting paid. Go off. All right, let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Okay. Make sure I'm in the right spot here. You good? Okay. Idiotic Genius says some people do it for a bragging right. Some people do it because their mama hit them too hard in the head. Who really knows? Okay. All right, cool. Okay. Buttercup 25 says, and I forgive you, totally forgive you for the little grammatical faux pas. Idiotic Genius, you good. Buttercup says, last year a friend told me he was a placeholder for the other woman because I am the one he wants. I don't and never had those feelings for him. He was seriously friend zoned from the jump. Seriously friend zoned from the jump. I don't know. I couldn't see myself professing my love and loyalty to somebody that I knew wasn't feeling me like that. I couldn't see it. But this kind of shit happens. What I don't understand is how this could happen. So you mean to tell me that I tried to lock it down? So I got engaged, even though I knew you wasn't really feeling me and all of that, whatever, but I knew you wanted to get married. Maybe I knew that I liked you or loved you more than you liked to love me. So I talked you into to this whole marriage thing. Like, this would be a good thing. You don't even have to. I know you don't love me yet, but maybe one day you will grow to love me. But I'll be good to you. I don't care about them other hoes. Just be good to me. Well, imagine doing all of that, putting your pride to the side, just to use somebody as a placeholder. Like, that's what I'm not understanding. Maybe y'all can make me understand that part, because I'm struggling. Just like a test, just like a test, I cram to understand you. Because I don't get that part. Dave Figueroa, what's good? Good to see you. Idiotic Genius says, sounds like he doesn't deserve to be in the friend zone. Buttercup says, later on, I found out that he flirts with men. I knew what what? He flirts with me. Well, maybe he was telling the truth. Maybe you are the only woman for him. He might have told, I don't know, Buttercup. He might have told you, maybe you are the only woman for him. You truth. Maybe you are the only one for him. What the fuck? Mia says they're just having fun like a cat with a mouse. Yachty Genius says he was a deep sea fish. Oh my God. Uh, uh, uh. These stories get worse as time goes on. I gotta put the glasses away. I just can't. Yeah, I mean they definitely make my vision clear, but I can't do it. I can't do it. I see my bed struggling. I'm struggling, tired. If I end this show, abruptly, y'all know what it is. I'm struggling. Struggle. But it's all good. Hit the like button, y'all. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. We're talking about is a long engagement a placeholder? And it looks like the majority, or the overwhelming majority of y'all, at least in the chat, seem to believe that may be true. A long engagement, but we still haven't defined what long means. How long is long? Is long like Mr. Long from Black Sheep? Remember Drez and Mr. Long? Ho is short for honey. Ho is short for honey. Remember Black Sheep first album? Is it just me? Engine number 9. Down the New York Transit line. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Placeholder. Oh. Buttercup says, I'm intuitive. I see things others don't. Ashe. Isn't it Ashe? Does it normally have a H in it? It says, I don't think a long engagement is a placeholder. Certain circumstances may call for that. Long or short engagements are relatively to the couple. Long or short engagements are relative to the couple. Okay. Dave Figueroa says someone in my family had a girlfriend. He was engaged and took over 5 years to get married. After that, took over 5 years to get married. After that, and she left him because he was taking too long to commit and scheduling a wedding. 5 years. I think that's pretty long for an engagement. I do. I think that's pretty long for an engagement. That sounds like if you think about it, 5 years is a decent amount of time for most things. Starting a business, you should see a profit in 5 years, right? Marissa Allberg says some people don't know what they want because they never went within to question themselves. Introspection does not exist for them. Heavy. 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 Hefty. Let me see here. . Hefty, hefty, hefty. Okay. Yeah, super long engagement, 5 years. I think that 5 years is a long time to be engaged. It's a long time. And think about it, that's on top of how long they already been together. Now I can understand if maybe you want a long engagement because you're trying to find out if you actually can live with the person, if you can deal with the person on a regular basis. If that you and that person really are on the same page, can y'all experience a harmonious relationship? Can y'all? I can understand a long engagement being used for that. I can see it. Don't necessarily agree with it, but I can see it. I think if you've been engaged for 2 years or more, I don't even think you should be able to call off the engagement. Like, nope, you already have mailed out invitations and all of that shit. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. We might not be together till death do us part, but we gonna get together till death do us part. Idiotic Gene says, I think commitment can just be scary to people. Why propose if you don't have plans for getting married? Idiotic Genius says, you don't need a long engagement knowing that a prenuptial agreement lasts forever. I mean, but regardless of the prenup, you can still lose a lot. Dave says, I think commitment can be just scary for people. Why propose if you don't have plans for getting married unless there's another motive behind it? Like monetary gain? He told me that he would take care of me forever. I ain't have to do nothing. Stay at home, stay at home mom. Kids grown. I'm a stay at home mom. Grown. The nest is empty. The nest is empty. There's nothing to see here, ma'am. There's nothing to see here. Oh, man. Long engagement. Now, I'm thinking that well, let me get your opinion on something. God damn, you kidding me? Oh, fuck that. Hold on. Sheesh. Budget is blown to bits. Okay. So let's say, well, let me ask y'all this question first. What do y'all think about public engagements? Like, what do y'all think about people who pop the question at like family functions or at like or the kissing on the kissing cam at a basketball game, or like people who put their lovers, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever, on the spot in front of a bunch of people. People who propose marriage in front of a bunch of people. What do y'all think about that? Let me get y'all initial thoughts about that. What are y'all thoughts about people who propose marriage to someone, but they do it publicly on bended knee? You know, we've been together for a long time. Well, not really, not like a long time, you know. Anyway, I know it's like 50 people in here and everybody cleared the way so I could, give you this ring. Anyway, will you marry me? He proposed in front of grandma, your kids, your parents, cousins, aunts, uncles, friends of the family. They stopped carving the turkey so you could. Will you? What do y'all think about that? Before I proceed any further, what are y'all thoughts on that? Okay, wait. Let me see. Okay. All right. Oh, Cheryl Halsey says, for us, it was 1 year. We just had each other. Idiotic Genius says engagements are like old tax records. If nothing happens in the next 3 years, dispose of them by any means necessary. Dave Figueroa says that leads to pressure and an awkward situation. If they say no, haha, shit is real. Marissa says no one should get engaged if you don't see yourself taking care of the person in case of sickness, for better or for worse. Dominic Jimenez. Good to see you, my dude. Some might feel pressure if done in public. Dave says, just like that video of the guy proposing to that chick in the hot air balloon, just really awkward after that. She must have said no. Mia says, if we were to get engaged, I would want it to be private, just between the two of us. Are we doing this for everyone else or us? Plus, I don't like spotlight moments. Okay. Idiotic Genius says, I'm 6'5". If you see me on one knee, get help, because I'm gonna need help getting up. Hold on, big fella. Hold on. Where's Aubrey? Says, yes, I will. So, yeah, the whole public display of proposal, I really think that adds a lot of undue pressure, even if it's done. Some people hide behind that old tradition shit. So yeah, I already went to talk to her father about it. I asked for her dad's hand in marriage. Okay, it sounds good. It sounds sweet. It sounds nice. It sounds traditional. I asked for her dad's hand in marriage. and a mom and blah, 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 blah. You ain't asked her. Yeah, now, so everybody knew that he was going to pop the question at this particular place at this particular time. Everybody knew except for you. And let's say you wasn't nowhere near wanting to be married yet. So he did all of this shit, then told everybody that, yeah, this is going to be so beautiful. I'm going to ask for a hand in marriage and blah, 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 blah. Now, she might say yeah at the time, just so, to save an awkward moment between him, her, and everybody else. Try not to look like the bad guy. But it ain't cool. And it don't always work. Laying down the bully pulpit. Well, she got to say yes. Shit, she might say yes now and no later. Yeah, I ain't want you to feel bad in front of all my family, so I said yeah, but I mean no. And did I say I mean no? No means no, and I mean no. So here's your ring back. Oh God, this is This is what I meant to ask. All right, fuck it. I don't have to ask it in a poll question. This is how we gonna do it. If a proposal is made and the proposal is rejected, in other words, if a man asks a woman to marry him and she says no, is the relationship over? Is the relationship over if a man proposes to a woman and she says no? Answers, please. Answers, please. Is the relationship done if a man asks for a woman's hand in marriage, if he proposes to her and she says no? Is the relationship done? Is there any more reason to keep going? Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, no, maybe so. Dominic says, man, I didn't even propose to my wife. We just said, fuck it, let's get married through court, since we got kids. Booked the appointment, fast, easy, and in private. I ain't mad at it. Not at all. Not at all. Mia Cunningham says, my parents got remarried after 40 plus years apart. At first, we were planning a wedding. Then my dad says, F it. Baby girl, we got an appointment with the courthouse on Tuesday. Drop us off. Yo, that's crazy. Dave Figueroa says it depends. Hold on. Mia says I don't think it would necessarily be over. But guys that have asked this question to but the guys that I've asked this question to all said the relationship would be over. I can understand why they would say that. If somebody, and I can see it being the other way around too. If the woman is saying that she wants to get married, she's pressuring him, and he says, well, no, I don't really want to do that. Because you're not going in the same direction. I guess, you could convince each other that yeah, all right, well, you don't want to get married now, but you're going to want to get married later. So we still can be together and we'll try this again. We'll revisit this in 6 months, a year, whatever. I can see why it would be over because it's like, no, I'm ready to do this now. I'm ready to do this. And I'm asking you to join me in this thing now. This is the way I'm feeling. So if you know that I want to be married and you don't want to be married, we have a big disconnect. There's no reason to to go any further with this. We we are unable to build what what we need to have. What we need to establish, we can't get that. Simon says, "What's good? What's good?" So I can understand why the relationship would be over. It's not. This is not a hard thing to understand. I don't think this is one of the um. I don't think this is one of the harder questions to understand. I don't think this is a hard one to understand. It says both parties need to understand the reason for the no right now. Too much pressure on the spot. Yeah. I totally understand. I don't really think, the public proposal, I don't think that that's fair. I don't think that that's fair. That's what I'm saying. You mess around and get your feelings hurt. Mess around and get your feelings hurt behind that. Test that drive out first. Drive it around the block a few times. Take it to somewhere where you can accelerate. I don't think that there's anything wrong with getting to know each other. Let's wait a while before we go to, let's wait a while before we go too far. Yeah. Yeah, if one person is really really serious about getting married, well, the way I've heard it is that when a man is ready to get married and a woman ain't ready to get married, he's going to find somebody to marry him. He is going to go get married. That's what he's going to do. He's going to go ahead and find somebody who wants to tie the knot, someone who won't say no. There you go, telling me no again. There you go. There you go. I want to be more than just your friend. Don't you know? Okay. Shout out to my man Keith Sweat. I've been searching all my life. Searching. Idiotic genius says, "Don't propose. Put her in the car and say we get married. It's time the shit will get off the pot." Yeah, it might work, but it might really fail later on. Buttercup says, "I was engaged one time, but we never made it to the altar. In 2021, he passed away. Say la vie. May he rest in peace." My condolences. My deep condolences. Sheesh. Yeesh. Yeesh. Huh. The long engagement being a placeholder. I don't know about y'all, but it seems to me that what we've been finding out on this show is that maybe the long engagement isn't always a placeholder. Maybe sometimes there are just reasons why people don't hurry up and just do it. You might not trust your own impulses, but maybe you put certain things in place, or maybe even put certain people near you that will help you to make better decisions and not just. So why did you? And how come you? Because I heard 3 snaps. I couldn't resist it. Idiotic Genius says, I'm not getting married anyway. So as long as my Xbox still works, I'm good. I see. Okay, cool. If Xbox is what we need, then Xbox is what we going. Yo, that's what we going to do. Yeah, somebody pressuring you on the spot, potentially embarrassing you in front of a bunch of people. I don't know. I can understand how somebody would be resentful of that. And it's not like everybody who asks somebody to marry them is doing it under honest pretenses. It's not like it's always a noble thing for somebody to ask somebody else to be married or to marry them. It's not always a good look. Some people are a little sinister in their approach. And I consider that somebody who would do a public proposal may have a little bit of manipulative ways about them. That ain't really cool. At least that's what I'm thinking. That ain't all that cool. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Idiotic Genie says, why get married just for a couple of months, you know? Yeah. It's a crazy look. All right. All right, let's go back to the poll. We're up to 26 votes now. 26 votes. How soon after an engagement should it take to officially tie the knot? In other words, how long after someone has been proposed to should it take for y'all to act? If the answer is yes, how long should it take before y'all make it official? For y'all jump the broom, how long should it take? %38 says 6 months to a year. 12% says 1 year. 8% says 2 years. And 42% say when you two are ready. When the two of you are ready, Let's do these birthday shout outs, man. I'm gonna have to get to this bag. I'm losing steam. I am. I ain't gonna hold y'all. All right, let's do this. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious April 5th. I'm sorry, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. And they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. We get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. We get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. We get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. My man, comedian Denny Live, happy birthday to you. And also Ebony Gregory, happy birthday. And Aisha Selden, happy birthday to you. Ooh, my girl Wanda Clemens, happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious May 5th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. Turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out. Rock on and do the damn, to rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, well, love ain't nothing to play with. Marriage ain't nothing to play with. And engagement might not be anything to play with, but I think some people are lying. I'm under the impression that regardless of how other people may judge how you get together with somebody, stay together with somebody, and the way that you are happy or sad with someone, it's easy for people to assess that. But what about you? What do you say? What do you say? Are you able to handle yourself in the face of all the negativity or in the face of adversity when it comes to this whole engagement thing? I wouldn't encourage anybody to try to marry somebody or profess that they want to marry somebody if that's not what they really want to do. There are a lot of other options out here. A lot of other options out here, even though you may feel like this is a great catch and I better put my hooks in this one. Most good things are there tomorrow when you need them. Just put them in a safe space, I guess. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, 2 a.m. with another Daily Go-Getterism show. So make sure y'all holler back. Make sure you do the thing. Make sure you hit the like button. Make me the king. I ain't trying to rule over nobody. I remember Karis One used to talk about that shit. Okay. Shout out to all of y'all in the chat. Shout out to the background. Or should I say, yeah, that's the background, right? All right. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to holler back. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. I holler back at y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. Either go to work or go to bed. Peace.